Hi darlings, thank you so much for joining me on my channel today. Today I have a Bible study type journaling process for you, and I just want to show you. I have been working, and you'll see I have used this kind of as a border, so you'll see a little ink on here, but I have been going through Gracious Gratitude. This was Creative Retreat Kits October devotional, and I just finished. This is a short devotional. As you can see, it has been gone over quite a bit. Every time I read it again, I kind of used a different marker, so that's why you see different colors and highlights. I like to reread devotionals, especially creative retreats, because it's short, and I like to go through all the prompts, or I should say, all the verses towards the top and really dig in each section. So I do read this a couple of times. So I am finally completely finished with everything that I feel like the Spirit was speaking to me through this devotional. And so we have these reflection questions. Now, I do the reflection questions and I just go through them and pray over, my answers or what have you. But I have been trying to figure out a way that I can incorporate the reflection questions in my journaling. Sometimes I do incorporate them into my Bible journaling, but I wanted to find another way to really make this useful so I can go back and reference to them. And I came up with an idea, and I want to start with this devotional since I just finished it. So I am going to go ahead and put you on fast forward, but before I do, let me show you. I have this mixed media little book that I journal that I picked up so I can do my fall stuff in here. And so I did 2 pages for this Gracious Gratitude devotional. This was the first one. Give thanks in all circumstances, and I had like a little prayer. I used the stamp set and some watercolors. This was done on October 6th. And then I did this page as well using some watercolors, some of the stamp set leaves, and some of like the hearts and some of the alphas and stickers from the kit, this little label as well. This was done on October 24th. So these are the 2 pages, like mini pages that I did as I was working through this devotional. And now I'm going to do a page for the reflection question. So let me go ahead and put you on fast forward, and hopefully this idea turns out, because I really would love to do something for the reflection questions. Let's dig in. First, I'm gonna walk you through what I'm working with. 3 different alphas, the sticker page with different elements, and some enamel dots. So I am working on this blank paper because my plans are to pop these into my planner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the reflection questions from the devotional. And I love that the backside is so beautiful. It has this pretty pattern. So I'm going to create a hinge towards the end of the video to have those reflection questions there with my answers. So I'm going to use a mild highlighter to first lay down like a foundation. One of the alphas that comes with the kit is a very light blue, and I want them to pop off the page. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my tweezers, and you see me counting away because I wanna make sure that I get the precision with how my alphas are going to lay out. So I'm gonna start with the middle letter, and then I'll work from there. So after I lay out the month of October, I'm going to use some of the ephemera to go ahead and decorate a little bit this page, just to jazz it up a bit. So I use these pretty leaves that are also in the stamp set. I love that they came on the stickers as well. And then I'm going to use these little hexy alphas to write out the title of the devotional, which is Gracious Gratitude. I put the devotional in front of me because I want to make sure that I get the spelling correct. So I do the darker teal green with the gracious word, and then I'm gonna use the honeycomb effect to put down gratitude under that, but in the light blue color. And I love how that turned out. They're just nestled together, and I just really love that. So now I am going to start working on my actual words. So I was looking to make sure I can measure where I'm going to put my card versus how I'm going to do my lettering. But I figured that I'm going to just write out all of my answers, and then I'll worry about the spacing for the lettering later. The great thing about the alphas on these hexes is they not only have alphas, but they also have little hearts, and they have numbers. So I'm going to use those numbers to number my answers, and then I'm going to use the little dots on the enamel dots to add a pop of color and to kind of put that mark for each one. So what I did was, off camera, I went ahead and answered all my reflection questions on a scrap piece of paper, and then I'm going to go ahead now and fill all of that in. So the reflection questions that come with the devotional, they always inspire me to dig deeper, but also to kind of find how what I read in the text is pertaining to my life now in the season that I am living. So I think that it's important for me to record these answers and, just the prayers that I have. So I think this is going to be a great way to keep this in my planner. So I went ahead and filled out all of the answers. You'll see I highlighted some words that popped out to me, and there are 6 questions this month. Sometimes there are 4, sometimes there are more, but I think this is a neat way for you to record your questions. So if you give this a try, definitely let me know, tag me, because I'd love to see it. So now that I have already filled out all of my answers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some more of these beautiful stickers to kind of decorate my page even more. I sometimes don't get to use up all of it. It's a very small kit, but it's packed with goodness. So I am excited to have a reason to use up all of these pretty stickers. I add in this little circle that says attitude of gratitude. Then on the bottom, I'm going to mimic the same thing that I did with October. I'm going to lay down some orange background, and then I'm going to put down that cute give thanks sticker. Some of the answers that I love that God spoke to me through is, gratitude is an act of thankfulness as a form of worship. And one of the questions was, how is ingratitude a demonstration of disobedience or rebellion? And I wrote, God's will for us is to be thankful in all circumstances. Not to be is against his will. Sometimes we don't look at ungratefulness to be a sin or to be an act of disobedience. So that was very convicting to me. And of course, I got that answer from 1 Thessalonians 5:18. So I added that in as well. So over on the screen, I added grateful and that little banner on the top just to kind of add a top element to the reflection questions that I'll be hinging. And I used this buffalo plaid, but as you can see, it's very stark. So I went with a more neutral washi to create that hinge, and I'll add a little bit of washi inside as well. Let me know if you do creative kits. Let me know how you record your reflection questions and answers. I'd love to see some more inspiration on how I can work through these kits. That is it, darlings. I really like how it turned out. I think it's perfect for me to have the answers to my reflection questions, and I have like this little hinge right here. This side is a little sticky. What I think I'm gonna do is just add some washi tape to this side, or add some baby powder just to cover up that stickiness. But I love that I was able to put over that a little like a little tab and I'm able to have my reflection questions hinge. I have the questions all written out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead, take this and pop this in my planner. I have a planner that I'm gonna keep specifically for things like this. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you were here. If you like this video, please hit that like button, leave any questions or comments below. I'll try to link everything that I used below in the description box. I hope you consider subscribing if you are new here. Thank you for being here today, and thank you for joining me each and every videos. Thank you, darlings. God bless.